When I was 17, there was a boy in my neighborhood who never seemed to belong anywhere, but somehow always seemed to be everywhere. His name was Adrian. He lived 3 houses down from mine, in a home that always looked dark, even during the day. I'd see him sitting on the front steps sometimes, not on his phone, not reading, just watching the street like he was waiting for something to happen. No one my age really talked to him. He didn't go to our school, at least not that I knew of, but he knew all of us. He'd nod when we walked past, like we were already acquainted. The first time he unsettled me was at the bus stop. I was standing there alone one morning when he appeared beside me. I hadn't heard footsteps, he just was there. "You shouldn't take the bus tomorrow," he said quietly. I laughed awkwardly and asked why. "Because you won't," he replied. Then he walked away. The next day, my bus broke down halfway to school, and we all had to wait nearly an hour for another one. It was a minor thing, but it stuck with me. After that, he'd make small comments whenever he saw me. "You're going to lose something important. You shouldn't argue with your mom tonight. Don't sit by the window." Each time something would happen, I'd misplace my house key. My mom and I would get into a fight over nothing. A baseball shattered the exact window seat I normally used in class. It was just coincidence. That's what I kept telling myself. Until the night he said my name through my bedroom wall. It was just past midnight. I was lying in bed scrolling on my phone when I heard a soft knock. Not on the door, on the wall beside my bed. 3 slow taps. I froze. Then, barely louder than a whisper, I heard him. "Don't fall asleep." I sat up, heart pounding. My window faced the side of his house, but there was a tall wooden fence between us. There was no way he could be that close to my wall without being in my backyard. I forced myself to look out the window. At first, I saw nothing. Then I noticed the gate to our yard was open. I never left it open. I grabbed my phone to call my dad, but before I could dial, the motion light flicked on. And there he was, standing in the middle of our backyard, not looking at the house, looking up at my window. We made eye contact, and he slowly raised one finger to his lips, like he was reminding me to stay quiet. I stumbled back from the window, shaking. By the time my dad rushed into my room, Adrian was gone. We searched the yard, the street, even knocked on his door. No one answered. The next morning, there was a "for sale" sign in front of his house. Within a week, it was empty. Neighbors said the family had moved suddenly. No goodbye, no explanation. But here's the part that still keeps me up. A few months later, I was at the mall with friends. We were laughing, walking past storefronts when I felt that familiar sensation of being watched. Across the second-floor railing, through the crowd, I saw him. Same blank expression, same stillness. He didn't wave, he didn't smile. He just mouthed 2 words I could somehow hear perfectly in my head. "Not yet." Then he turned and disappeared into the crowd. I never saw him again. But sometimes when I'm about to make a bad decision or when something goes wrong in a way that feels strangely predicted, I wonder if he's still out there somewhere, watching, waiting for the right moment to knock on the wall again.